What happens when ordinary luxury simply isn't enough? For some people, owning a normal limousine just doesn't make a statement. Instead, they take perfectly functional vehicles, cut them in half, stretch them beyond recognition, and transform them into rolling engineering experiments that seem to defy common sense. Today, we're exploring some of the longest, strangest, and most unbelievable limousines ever created. These aren't just luxury vehicles. They're moving spectacles designed to attract attention wherever they go. Some combine the comfort of a VIP lounge with the power of a heavy-duty truck. Others blur the line between automobile, boat, and even aircraft. By the end of this countdown, you'll see machines so outrageous that you'll wonder how they were ever allowed on public roads. So sit back, buckle up, and let's begin our journey through the world's most bizarre limousines ever built. Number 10. The triple-axle Hummer Limousine. When the Hummer H2 first arrived, it was already one of the most intimidating vehicles on the road. Its massive dimensions, military-inspired styling, and aggressive stance made it impossible to ignore. But for some custom builders, even that wasn't enough. Their solution: make it longer, much longer. The result was the triple-axle Hummer limousine, an enormous 8-wheeled machine that looks more like a military convoy vehicle than a luxury limousine. At first glance, it's difficult to understand how something this large can even turn a corner. The original Hummer chassis was stretched dramatically, requiring engineers to reinforce nearly every structural component. Additional rear axles were added to support the tremendous increase in weight, while upgraded suspension systems helped maintain stability and ride comfort. Under the hood, most versions retained powerful V8 engines, but even these massive power plants had to work hard to move such an enormous vehicle. Every acceleration demanded serious effort. Every turn required careful planning, and every attempt became a challenge. Yet despite the engineering complexity, the triple-axle Hummer quickly became a symbol of extreme luxury and excess. Inside, passengers were treated to a completely different world. Lighting systems, premium leather seating, multiple entertainment screens, powerful surround sound systems, minibars, dance floors. Some versions even included laser lighting effects that transformed the interior into a mobile nightclub. For passengers, it felt less like riding in a vehicle and more like attending a private VIP event. Meanwhile, the driver faced a completely different experience. Navigating crowded streets in a limousine of this size required patience, concentration, and plenty of skill. Yet, wherever it traveled, one thing was guaranteed: people stared. The triple-axle Hummer wasn't designed to blend in, it was built to dominate attention, and it succeeded. Number 9. The Boatrhome. Let's move from sheer size to pure creativity. Imagine, you're planning the perfect summer vacation. You want to drive across the country, you want to spend time on the water, and you don't want the hassle of towing a large boat behind your vehicle. Most people would choose one option or the other. The creators of the Boatrhome chose both. The Boatrhome remains one of the most ingenious vehicle concepts ever brought to life. At first glance, it appears to be a strange motorhome, but look closer and you'll discover something remarkable. The rear half of the vehicle is actually a fully functional boat, built using a specially modified van platform. The Boatrhome seamlessly connected a road-going vehicle to a genuine watercraft. Together, the two sections created a single unified machine. From the outside, the transition looked surprisingly natural. The vehicle appeared almost futuristic, as though it belonged in a science fiction film from the 1980s. But the real magic happened at the water's edge. Upon reaching a boat ramp, owners could detach the rear section from the vehicle. The boat would slide free. The front section remained safely parked on land, and within minutes, what had been a road vehicle transformed into a watercraft, ready for adventure. It was a brilliant solution to a common problem. Instead of towing a heavy trailer hundreds of miles, travelers could transport their boat as part of the vehicle itself. The design reduced aerodynamic drag, simplified travel, and created one of the most unique recreational vehicles ever built. Inside, the Boatrhome offered surprisingly comfortable accommodations. Living quarters were integrated into both sections, creating a versatile space suitable for extended road trips and weekend getaways. Yet despite its practicality, very few were ever produced. The complexity of manufacturing such a vehicle made large-scale production difficult, and its niche appeal limited demand. Today, surviving examples are considered automotive treasures. Collectors and enthusiasts regard them as rolling examples of creative engineering at its finest. The boat wasn't just a vehicle, was proof that innovation often comes from people willing to ignore conventional ideas and imagine something entirely new. And while the boat was designed for relaxation and adventure, the next limousine on our list was built for something completely different. Power, size, an absolute intimidation. Coming up next is a limousine so massive that ordinary traffic practically disappears beneath it. Number 8. Sin City Hustler Monster Truck LIMO. If you thought a stretched Hummer was excessive, prepare yourself for something even more outrageous. Imagine combining the luxury of a limousine with the sheer size and power of a monster truck. That's exactly what happened when builders created the legendary Sin City Hustler. This isn't just a limousine. It's a towering giant that looks capable of driving over traffic instead of sitting in it. Standing roughly 12 feet tall and stretching more than 30 feet in length, the Sin City Hustler completely transforms the concept of luxury transportation. From a distance, it resembles a monster truck straight out of an arena show. Up close, it becomes even more unbelievable. Massive off-road tires, nearly as tall as an adult, support a heavily modified chassis, designed to withstand incredible stress. Unlike ordinary limousines, which focus on smooth city cruising, this beast was engineered to command attention from miles away. Its custom-built frame supports thousands of pounds of weight, while maintaining stability and passenger comfort. Power comes from a massive V8 engine producing enough horsepower to move this rolling skyscraper with surprising ease, and despite its enormous size, the Sin City Hustler remains street legal in many locations. Climbing inside feels less like entering a vehicle and more like boarding a private aircraft. Passengers ascend a staircase before entering a luxurious cabin positioned high above the ground. From their elevated seating position, they enjoy views that ordinary drivers never experience. Traffic appears tiny. SUVs seem small. Even pickup trucks look insignificant. Inside, the limousine features premium seating, entertainment systems, mood lighting, and enough space for large groups to travel in comfort. Yet, what makes the Sin City Hustler truly special isn't its luxury, it's the experience. Every journey becomes an event. People stop to stare, phones come out instantly, and children often react as though they've just seen a real-life monster truck rolling through the city. It's impossible to ignore, which is exactly the point. Number 7. The DeLorean LIMOSIACE. Become famous, others become legends. The DeLorean belongs to the second category, thanks to its appearance in one of the most iconic movie franchises of all time. The stainless steel sports car achieved a level of popularity few vehicles ever reach, but one custom builder decided that a standard DeLorean wasn't impressive enough, so he stretched it. The result became one of the most unique limousines ever created. At over 26 feet long, the DeLorean limousine takes an already unusual vehicle and transforms it into something extraordinary. Its most recognizable feature remains intact, the famous gull-wing doors. But instead of 2 doors, this custom creation features 6. When they all open simultaneously. The effect is absolutely stunning. The limousine looks more like a futuristic spacecraft than a road-going vehicle. Creating this machine was far from simple. The original DeLorean was never designed to be stretched. Engineers had to completely redesign the structural framework to support the added length. New reinforcement systems were required throughout the chassis. Every stainless steel body panel had to be carefully modified and fabricated. Unlike painted vehicles, stainless steel leaves no room for mistakes. Every seam, every weld, every surface, everything had to be perfect. Inside, passengers enjoy a unique blend of luxury and nostalgia. The futuristic atmosphere of the original DeLorean remains, but now with enough space to accommodate an entire group. While it may not be the fastest limousine ever built, speed was never its purpose. The goal was attention. And in that category, few vehicles can compete. Arriving at an event in a stretched DeLorean instantly transforms any gathering into a spectacle. People don't just look, they gather around. They take photographs, they ask questions, because even decades after its introduction, the DeLorean remains one of the most recognizable cars in automotive history. Stretching it only made it more unforgettable. Number 6. The Ford F650 Pool LIMOs. Limousines offer luxury seating. Some provide bars and entertainment systems. A few include dance floors, but one custom builder decided that wasn't enough. They added a swimming pool. Yes, an actual pool, mounted directly onto a stretched truck chassis. The Ford F650 Pool Limo may be one of the most absurd vehicles ever constructed, built on a medium-duty commercial truck platform. This giant combines the strength of a heavy-duty hauler with the extravagance of a luxury resort. From the front, it looks like an oversized commercial truck, but the rear reveals its true purpose, a fully functional pool or hot tub, integrated into the limousine itself. The engineering challenges involved are enormous. Water is extremely heavy. A single gallon weighs more than 8 pounds. Multiply that by hundreds of gallons, and suddenly you're carrying thousands of pounds of moving liquid. Every acceleration, every turn, every stop. The water shifts constantly. Engineers had to develop specialized suspension systems capable of handling these changing forces while keeping the vehicle stable. Heavy-duty air suspension became essential, reinforced chassis components were mandatory, and braking systems required significant upgrades. Without them, controlling such a vehicle would be nearly impossible. Yet despite these challenges, the result is surprisingly effective. passengers can relax, socialize, and enjoy a unique luxury experience unlike anything found in traditional transportation. Meanwhile, drivers manage a machine that combines the characteristics of a commercial truck, a limousine, and a mobile swimming pool all at once. It's ridiculous, that it's excessive, and it's absolutely unforgettable. The Ford F650 Pool Limo perfectly represents the philosophy behind many of the vehicles on this list. Why settle for normal when you can create something completely outrageous? And, speaking of outrageous, the next vehicles become even stranger, because in Part 3, we'll explore a bright pink limousine that became a cultural icon, a stretched Corvette that should never have existed, and one of the most controversial Ferrari builds ever created.